good morning. Kenda Summers coming to you live. I have a question for you, and this has to do with some people who have been private messaging me and asking me, when do you think is the right time for me to get a new pet? And I'd like to have a conversation around that. When you think the time is right, after obviously you've just had a major loss. I've experienced it both ways. I want to introduce you to my girl. This is Stelly. I got Stelly, gosh, it was probably a year and a half after I lost my heart dog. And it took me a really long time to get to the point where I wanted another dog in my life. I knew I was always going to get another pet. I just wasn't sure when the time would be perfect. I used to raise Great Danes, and I call Great Danes heartbreakers. They just don't live a long life. I had 3 of them, and I can remember when I lost my first one, the next day, right after, my husband brings home this puppy. And I can remember sitting in the kitchen looking at this puppy and thinking, oh my God, how dare you do this to me? How dare you do this to me? Because I am just not ready. Don't you understand? My heart is broken. I'm raw with emotion. You're forcing me to go into an emotion that I'm not ready to handle right now. I looked down at that little face, at those little eyes looking up to me, and I fell in love. I fell in love right away. And I don't remember the struggle after that. Obviously we bonded and life was good. But I do remember that initial, how dare you pull me out of this grief so fast. As I said, when I lost my heart dog, and it took me a year and a half to purchase another dog. So I'm curious how you guys feel about that. I have a friend who called me up yesterday, and she had to put her kitty down. And for her, it's probably been about 3 weeks, and she's on this forum, so she'll know who I'm talking about. It's probably been about 3 weeks. And her kids want her to get a dog. She's not sure about the dog, but she said to me, Kenda, it's weird. I had this opportunity where this person approached me, and they have 2 cats, and they need to be rehomed. They're 2 years old. They need to be rehomed. What should I do? I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can do this. So we had the discussion, and in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I don't think there's any wrong or right answer to that question. It all depends on what your heart tells you. As I said, I still remember how difficult it was for me when my husband brought home that Great Dane puppy that next day. I was just, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to love again. So I've had that scenario. I've also had the scenario where I waited a year and a half to replace my heart dog. And even then, I can remember driving home from the breeder, and Stelly was with me in the car. And I looked over at her, and it was just her and I said, you know what, kid? I said, you've got some really big paws to fill, really big paws to fill. I'm also a performer. So my dog used to perform with me on stage. And we had an incredible bond together. She was smart, she was wonderful, she was amazing. But even now, for me to talk about her, it hurts. It hurts my heart, and I could almost cry. So I guess the message I want to give to people in the group is, I don't know if there's an answer to that question. I think you need to follow your heart. I can remember when Stelly came into the house, and I had to dig out my heart dog's toys and blankets and beds and things like that. And I can remember being really selfish, because there were some toys that I would give her to play with, and then there was others. It was like, these are offline. You're not touching these toys. Stelly now is almost 2 years old. She'll be 2 years old in January. And I'm much better. I'm much better. But there's still some things that are difficult. So I'm curious, and I'd love to have a discussion about it with you guys. What feels right for you, or what is your opinion on this, or what do you think, or are people pressuring you? Are people telling you, it's just a dog, get over it, or it's just a cat, there's so many cats that need to be adopted right now. Just go to the shelter and adopt a cat. What are people telling you? What are you guys thinking about? Or even are you there yet? Are you even thinking along those lines yet? I know some of you, your grief, your loss happened in the last couple of days, so it's super, super fresh for you. But I just love to have a conversation about this. I also want to tell you about a program that you all are invited to. It's not going to cost you anything. It's going to be right here on this forum next Saturday, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. I want to introduce to you some of the tips and the techniques that I used to help me heal my heart. I didn't want to stay too long in that sad area that I was in. You never truly 100% heal. I want to share that with you. You never do, but you get better. The days get better. You get more strength. But I want to share with you some of the techniques that I used for myself, because I am a hypnotist. So in my profession, people come to see me for me to help them. They come to my office and I help them one-on-one. I want to help more people on a larger scale. So that's why I created this group. And I wanted to make this group different from what other groups are, where, it's wonderful to have people in there saying how sorry they are and whatnot. But I always say at some point you need to get off that merry-go-round so that you can move forward and think about your pet with less pain and more love, so that you're focused on the good times and the wonderful memories, rather than on, those last moments, whatever those last moments may be. So please join me next Saturday, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we will be doing a hypnosis session. And some of you, I know I've sent a recording to. Some of you I may not have. If you would like a recording sent to you, which you can play at night, you can play during the day. Obviously you're hypnotized, so don't play it when you're driving. But it's a resource that you can have that's going to help you sleep better at night. That's going to just give you a little bit of that peace that you're having a hard time finding right now. So if you would like a copy of that recording, if I haven't sent it to you, just respond recording below in the comments section, and I will send it off to you right away. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And as I said, I'm here to answer any questions you may have, to give you any of my tips that I can give you to help you feel a little bit better right now. So don't be afraid to message in the group, or to private message me if you prefer. So it's Thursday. Have yourself a wonderful day. Here, just outside of Chicago, where I'm located, I woke up this morning, it was 19 degrees. 19 degrees. Yeah, not a fan. Even though I'm from Canada, I don't like this winter stuff. So anyways, I'm signing off. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like a copy of the recording, just comment below recording. If you have any questions, comment below. I'll be glad to answer them for you. And I'd love to know your opinion on when you think the time is right to move forward. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye-bye now.